Yeah, I don't know. Like, I need to find the part where he spoke about how Allah. Maybe I need to go and find the original video so we can. So anyway, he spoke about the Messiah when he was the word begotten. That means he went through processing, and if he went through processing, that is not what begotten will, what God will do. So God, he say be is going to be, right? So like the Messiah went through process. He gave birth to him, 9 months, etc. So he cannot, this is cannot be. But the stupid he forgot that the Quran says that Allah, he said to Adam and to Jesus, be and he was. So when he speak about processing as an excuse not to be begotten, he forgot that his God, he skipped that part. He says be and he was supposedly. So either the Quran is lying or he is a liar. Choose one. Secondly, the Messiah in Christianity, his existence have nothing to do with being a process, as he said, by Mary. For he is exist before Mary exists. This is why Jesus said, I was with you, Father, before the whole world was in unity, in union. John 17. And he said the same when he spoke about Abraham. He says, before Abraham, I am. And this is exactly the language Jesus he used. So he got upset because I put him in the corner. And he proved to us that Allah is disabled. Allah cannot have kids. However, if you go in the verse in the Quran, the coward, the liar, he tried to escape the embarrassment. The Quran says, how can he have a son if he don't have a girlfriend? He did not say, if I want to have a son, that means need the processing only. He's saying, I cannot because I don't have a woman. And that will mean, at the end of the day, even if he say processing, that Allah cannot be God. Because his God, he cannot accomplish having a child unless he have a wife. Other word, processing. Coward, they want to scream. Don't disturb. Don't. Are you going to interrupt me? I will interrupt you. Any word you say, I have to use it against you. You interrupt me too. It's a free fight. You don't want to fight? You say something, I will use it against you. You are talking to Christian Prince. You will never escape anything. He thought he will come, he will talk about the Bible, he hit and run. This is the whole agenda. He didn't want to talk about Islam because he knew he will be demolished. And if you stupid people, Muslims, believe that Allah is a father or not, who care? And then he says it's abrogated. But shouldn't you show me where the Muslim use it to be abrogated first? Are you stupid? Show it to me from the Bible that the Christian and the Jews, they call him father. That prove nothing except we call him father. You don't. So when you say it's abrogated, you donkey, you have to show me where the Muslims, when the Muslims ever called Allah father. In fact, we have tons of fatwas says if a Muslim he say call Allah father, he is committing shirk. He is insulting Allah. And this is the Quran making it so clear Allah cannot have sons. Why? Because the partner is missing. But if the God of Islam trying to refute the Christians, he's stupid. Because the Christians don't believe that God have a wife and then they have a baby. This is not what the Christian believe. And what having a woman have to do with anything is if God is a miracle, it says here that he is the originator of the heaven and the earth. So how the originator of the earth and the heaven, yet he cannot originate a son without a wife? Do you see the stupidity? So they get upset because I get them in the corner, and he come here like a little girl. I will bury you. I will be no. When I talk about the Father, because you want to talk only about the Bible, and he hit and run. And then he claimed that he proved me wrong. You cannot. Always, this is my advice to the Christians. If you want to debate with such a kind of people, never agree to debate about the Bible only. Bring whatever you want from the Bible, no problem. It's the debate. You can use whatever you want. But never, ever agree to debate only about, because when you do that, you allow them to hit and run. You are not giving anything about Quran. You are not refuting him by getting him busted from his book. He want to talk only about the Bible. Don't show me the Quran. Like, I assure you that when this Malik, he came to me with this, he learned it from this guy. And he claimed now that Moses is the friend of God. What a friend of God. And then he showed me a verse from the Quran, say the Quran says so too. But then I said, okay, as long as you are confirming the way you understand it, it is face to face and as a man. So when they use the Bible, you need to be ready to flip it on their head. He was desperate to prove to me that, the prophets are holy. The word holy, like God says to Moses, I will make your nation a holy nation, a nation of a priest. A nation of what? Priest. This is what holy mean. People who go and walk in the holiness to worship me. They are not holy. The holy here is practicing the worship and following the true God. But they are not holy. Not a single one is holy. And Moses himself, I asked this fat boy, is Moses is a sinner? He said yes. And you notice in the video he said, like he was like smash, like snatch in his head. Yes. So how he's holy and he's a sinner? You cannot be holy and sinner at the same time. Either this or that. And the second you say holy, I'm asking you as a Muslim, where do you get this from? Wherever Muhammad anywhere was called holy? Nowhere. Those in Islam, they call them the people of innovation, which means they are false Muslims. Even Muhammad, he warned the Muslims about those people. They invented a new position for Muhammad. But look how beautiful those verses here. Why we call our God our Father? Because He spoke to us. He came to us. He's real. He spoke to us as a man, as a friend, not only as a Lord. Their God is a beast. And he refused to speak to Muhammad. Like if you ask the Muslims, how Muhammad received so-called revelation, they say to you from the angel Jibreel. So why Allah He speak to Moses face to face, but yet He don't want to speak to Muhammad as to us? If there's any reason? If Allah He spoke to Moses and He refused to speak to Muhammad, what is that telling me? Muhammad don't deserve to be spoke to. Like, I speak about Trump, but can I meet him? No. Trump, he don't think Christian Prince deserve to meet him. Who's this Christian Prince? He will meet the foreign minister of this country, the prime minister of that country, a president of that country, a king of such a country, but he will not meet me because he think I don't deserve to meet him, right? If I was a king, he will meet me. Fine? So when Allah, He speak to Moses, as we see in the Quran, why He don't want to speak to Muhammad? And then when we speak about who is in the fire, the Abdul, he says Allah cannot enter His creation, remember? But we know that Allah come down every third part of the night. That's why I have no time to talk to those kids. I mean, talking to them is just like a waste of time. You see, in the Middle East, we say there's two you should not fight with: a whore and a kid. If you fight with the kid, it's going to be an embarrassment. If you fight with a whore, it's going to be a more embarrassment. So there's two you should avoid fighting with them: a kid and a whore. So those Muslim kids, they think they can fight with me. I play with you. I don't fight with kids. I play you. You are a bunch of idiots. And as you see here, it says, blessed is the one who is in the fire. You are the Muslims who is in the fire. They try to justify it. The voice came from the tree, saying what? Saying, I am Allah. So the stupid Muhammad, he copies stories from the Bible, as usual, you know. So Musa, he spoke to God, as we see in Exodus 3. Muhammad, he learned from the Jews, and he had his own spice, and then it looked so horrible for the Muslims. Why Allah did not send so-called Jibreel to Muhammad, to Moses? Why he spoke to Moses, but he didn't want to speak to Muhammad? Any reason? An act of disrespect? Obviously, Muhammad is not qualified. O Moses, verily I am Allah. He did not say I am the voice of Allah.